Hello, this is Lisa from Happy Stamp, and today we are going to be making this card in a box for Father's Day. It folds up. It will fit in a regular size A2 envelope, but then when you open it up, it looks like a little grill. So I thought it was really cute. We're going to be making this in one of my class next week. So I just thought it was really cute. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to need is, I did a lot of this ahead of time because there's a lot of cutting out and I didn't want you to have to sit through all that. So I did do a lot of it ahead of time. So you're going to need a piece of basic gray, and this is 9 by 5, and we are going to score it at, let's see, 2 1/8, 4 1/4, 6 3/8, and 8 1/2. Then we're going to rotate it once, and we are going to score it at 2 3/4. All right, just like that. All right, now there's going to be a longer side and a shorter side. Above the score line, we want the short side. So that measures 2 1/4 from the top. So we want the short side on top. Don't do any scoring right at the moment, or any folding, I mean, right at the moment. We're going to bring in our trimmer. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our score lines, the short side of the score lines, the top, into our track. And we're going to cut down to 2 1/4. Okay? On every one of these scores. And the last one, it'll be easier to do it on this side. So we'll just... This one doesn't need to be as precise because we're going to be cutting that off. So, but maybe I need to get a new score or a new cutting blade. All right. All right. Okay, so now we're going to take this, and this short end over here, we're going to cut at an angle, and we're just going to snip that right off, just like that. Okay? Now we will fold this short side right here, and we're going to fold it in half. That's the only thing we're going to do right at the moment. Okay, we're going to take this, we're going to put some sticky strip right here, right up to the edge, not sticky strip, tear and tape. I've been watching videos with sticky strip, so you know they're old. And this is going to go right up to the edge of the fold. And we'll just cut that off. I'm going to take my paper piercer, get the backing off, and then just fold that right in half, just like that. Now, the fold right here is going to be the back of our card. So we want to make sure that the seam is in the back, and we're not going to fold this one. These other ones we can fold down. But don't fold this one down because that's going to be the back of our card that stays up straight. Okay? All right. So it's going to look like this. All right. Awesome. All right. Okay, let's start putting this together because that's pretty much, after you get that cut, you are pretty much just going to be adding your details. All right, seems like it's getting darker and darker in here by the minute. All right, so I used a lot of dies and a few stamp sets. Okay, I used the Labeler Alphabet. I used my chamois. I used the Thoughtful Banners, and I used the Apron of Love. Now, okay, so I used those stamp sets. These are the dies that I used. I used Pocket Thinlits, and what I use that for is this little piece right here. I use those for the hot dogs. The Apron Builder, I used quite a few in here. I used the Bottles and Bubbles, and I used this one. Unfortunately is retired, but I had made this a while ago, so when I used it, it wasn't retired. Hopefully some of you still have it. I used that for this little tuft of grass, which I'm using for the flame, and then I used this bottle, which is supposed to be a wine bottle. I used that for the ketchup and the mustard. All right, so I will show you what I used for each one of these pieces. All right, so for the flames, I need 9 red, 9 pumpkin pie, and 9 daffodil delight. So what I have done is I have put them together in 3s, and I have rotated them. So like one time the yellow and the red with the oranges behind it, one time the orange and the red and the yellow is behind it, and then the yellow and the red and the orange is behind. Oh, that one we already did, so that can go over there. And then the other one that I did, let's see, that one goes. So then we did the red and the orange with the yellow behind it. Okay, so I did 3 of each of these color combinations right here. And looks like, oh, there it is. Like I was missing one. All right, so I need 9 of each color. So how I did this was I took the little pieces of flame, I took my glue, I turned one right here, just on the right hand side. I put the orange next to it. So not so that they're flush. They're not straight at the edge. Then I turned it over, put a little bit of glue right here, took the yellow, and I laid that on top of it, but I didn't want that down at the bottom either. Okay. Just, oops. Just like that. So I want them all to be different heights is what I want. Okay. All right. All right, I get this in here so it doesn't stop up. All right, then I took the mitten, and that is from the Apron Builder. The mitten right here is from the Apron Builder, and I just wanted to give that a little bit more dimension, so I'm taking my basic gray ink and my sponge, and I'm just sponging along the edges. Okay. I mean, you can barely see it, but it just gives it a little more something. All right, for my hot dogs, aren't they funny? These crack me up. All right, so I took my hot dogs, and what I did is I took this little piece right here on some Sahara sand, and I just took my sponge and I just sponged it right on here. And then I cut it out 2 times to get as many hot dogs as you want. So that's why they look a little grungier than just Sierra sand. And then I took and I just glued it on this little tray here. And this tray comes from the Bottles and Bubbles. Okay, so I don't need that one. All right. And the tray is this the littlest, this is a label for the front of the bottle. I made it into a tray. And what I did is I cut this out first in Whisper White, and then I took this little thing right here, and that cut out these little notches right here for the tray. Okay, so there's that. And then I showed you the ketchup and the mustard. Or I told you about the ketchup and the mustard right there. Okay, and what I used the K and the M from the label or alphabet and put those on with our tuxedo black. Let's see. The next thing that I need is we will make, I did not do this ahead of time. We will make all of these little guys right here, the utensils. So what I did is I took a piece of silver foil, and I'm using the apron builder again, and I'm using these right here. And I ran this through, move these all over here so they don't get lost, but let me put that back in there. Okay. I haven't done a video in a while, so I'm kind of all over the place. We've been camping the last couple of times, so. All right, so we're gonna take those, we're gonna run the whole thing through. Oh, now somebody decides to mow their lawn. All right, so here they are. Okay, then I'm going to take the Wood Textures Designer Series paper and any one that you want, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to run it right through. All right, so then there are these ones. And we're going to use all of them. Okay, put this away so it doesn't get misplaced. And all I did for these is we're leaving the silver part whole on here, okay? And then we're going to take this part and we're just going to cut off the handles. So I'm cutting off the handles on each one. I'm going to put some glue on here. And then we'll just attach the handles to the silver part so that it looks like it's two-tone. So you do that for each one of these. So how many of you have gotten your new catalog and are excited about it? I absolutely love it. I think it's wonderful. If you do not have a demonstrator and do not have a catalog yet, I would be happy to send one to you. Just leave me a comment below and I will give you my email address. And then I can and then you can send me your address or however you want to do it. Let's see, this one didn't come out very well. don't want to ruin it, so what I'm going to do, and I think it was because I left these pieces in here. I'm just going to line this back up. Hopefully I will get them straight here. All right, let's see if I did it. There we go. Now they came right out. All right. All you got to do is run it through a second time and it'll be fine. All right, I have the fork and the scraper left. At least I think that's what that is. Okay, so that was the fork. Put a little glue on here. Sure I have it the correct way. This one is not hard card at all. It's just time consuming. Okay. And then this is our last one here. So we will let these sit and dry for a second. Aren't they cute? All right, get all these out of the way. All right. Next thing you're going to need are these pieces right here that are the grill grates. So I have a piece of gray again, and they measure 3 by 1/2 inch. And what you're going to do is you're going to score one end at 1/2 and one end at 3/8. Okay? That way it goes the full length of the opening of the grill. Okay. So what we'll do is we're going to take one of each of the different shapes here and add them to, that goes the same, that's different. I know I'm being petty here, but it just kind of helps and makes the flames look better, like they're not, so there we are, you know, all the same. Goes over here, that way, and then that one. This goes this way. Need this one up there. There. Oh, I am. Okay. Good enough. I'm not going to stress about it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and some glue, and I'm just going to put it down at the bottom, and it's going to go right like this. Okay? And then I will take the next one and put it right next to it. Okay. You can put it on there, you can put it on the flames, it doesn't matter. As you can see, neither way is easy. Okay, you just want to make sure that they're inside the score lines. Okay? All right. Okay, so there's one. Okay. Just want to make sure that they're inside these score lines down here. Okay. And then the last one. All right, there we go. Now I'm also going to use glue on the ends, that way I have a little time to wiggle them around. Okay, but before I put these on, it's going to be easier to put my back on first. So let's get that done. All right, so this one says Best Dad Ever, and then Happy Father's Day on the back. I have decided that for this one, I wanted to do a King of the Grill. So what I did is I used my labeler alphabet, and I spelled out King of the Grill. I put King of the, of course I had to take the G off to put it down here. So I did King of the, I stamped that down in the black, and then I took the G off of the King, put that on this part, and then just stamped down Grill. So I have King of the Grill, okay? For Best Dad Ever, that is from the Apron. What's it called? Apron of Love. We have Best Ever, and then you can put Dad or Mom in there. So I just stuck the Dad in there for that. But this one I wanted to do something a little different. So I will take my glue here. I'm going to stick that on the back of my card. And I'm going to put that right on here. Okay. And this piece, I'm sorry, measures 2 by 2 1/8. And then it fits right in there. And then for the back of the card, that measures 4 7/8 by 2. And what I'm going to stamp on there, I am going to Happy Father's Day. And that is from Thoughtful Banners. So I took the Happy, wherever it is. Happy Father's Day. And I put that on a block using my Memento. I'm just going to stamp that on the back. Make sure you get it the right way. And then you'll have some place to sign down here, okay? Have you guys, anybody tried out our new chamois yet? It is awesome. So what I do is I wet it, and then while I'm stamping, I keep it in one of our CD cases and close it up, and then it stays dry while you're stamping. And then at the end of the day, when you're done, I just open it up like this so that it dries out and doesn't smell. Although I have left the thing in there for a couple of days, and I haven't noticed it smelling, so that is also good. All right, before I start putting the rest of this on here, I forgot to sponge, so I'm taking my basic gray, and this is the old style stamp. I only got the new style stamps in the new colors. I'm just going to sponge around this right here, and I'm gonna actually sponge around all of the whole thing here. Just kind of, you know, dirty it up a little. It is a grill after all. Okay, and then I'm going to close it up. I'm going to just do down here on every one of these. Okay, just like that. So that just gives it a little more of a kind of a grunge look to it. All right, so I'm going to take this now, and we'll get some. This is also, I forgot to tell you, this is also Sahara Sand. And this is going to go right on the back. Got glue on my hand there. Okay. All right, then I'm going to take our ketchup and our mustard, and it's also going to be easier if I put that on here before I put the other stuff on. So we will take our ketchup and our mustard and put a little glue on here. Let's see. Okay. There's our ketchup. And there's our mustard. I kind of got, but it'll be okay. All right. There we go. Then I'm going to take my little mitt, and let's put some glue on the back of that. Oops. And that's going to go on here. I'm going to have to take my adhesive eraser later and wipe up my glue, and I'm going to just use my mat here and wipe this up. Alright, then the next thing is our little platter of hot dogs. I just think this is so funny. Oh my goodness, today. Oh. It's going to go right down here. So let me get my chamois out again. I think I'm trying to hurry because I don't want the video to be so long. And I can see I have lots of little glue bits on there, so I'm going to have to, after that dries, I'm going to have to take my adhesive eraser and because I don't want them to stick together. Okay, now for the utensils. So here's our utensils. The tongs, I'm going to I'm just going to put glue right here. Okay. And that's going to go right here so that it's like sitting on the platter. But I didn't put any glue down at the bottom there. I don't want any glue down there. I just want it like that. Then I'm going to take these first and I'm going to set them on here, get them where I want them. Alright, so they will go right about here. Put a little glue right here, and I'm also not putting glue down at the bottom either. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so we're going to take another one. And that's going to go right here. I'm going to try and get them even. Okay, and then this one here. And then that one's going to go right here. So then that leaves a space right here for where that one would go if it was all down here. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to take a piece of basic black and I'm going to take a hole punch. And I don't even know what size this is. I think it's 1/4 of an inch. So you just use your basic hole punch. I don't think we even have this one anymore. So just use a hole punch. And I have 4 round circles right here. And those are going to go right on the top as if they're hanging behind the, or in front of, like the tools are behind it. Okay, so then we're just going to take these and they're going to go right on top. Looks like I got a little bit of the adhesive from that thing on here. Get that off. Okay, here we go. Alright, so there is that. Now, last thing to do. Isn't that so cute? It just cracks me up. I don't know. I saw something on Pinterest and then for the life of me could not find it again. So I had to figure out in my head what in the world I was doing, and you know, that doesn't always work out the greatest for me. So, yeah. All right, so now we're going to take some glue and we're going to put it on these edges right here. Okay. But I do think that I did pretty well this time. I'm going to start at the back, just put it in, tip it in, and oh, I put it on the wrong side. You want to do it like this. You want to make sure that the flames, you don't see the flames from the back. Okay, so we're going to put it in here like this. And then we're just going to slide that back. And then you can take this, if it works out correctly, like this. Let's try that again. Let it set a little bit more before I do that. Okay, so we'll do that one. And then we're going to put that one. And then we're going to fold it. Okay, just like that. Except I do want this up just a tear more. There we go. There we go. Just like that. Ha ha ha. Cute, cute, cute. All right, so we'll put glue again on this one and on this one. And if you get glue on the inside of your box, it's really no big deal. Nobody's going to see it. So let's put that like that. And that like that. Okay. And then just squeeze it shut. All right, and then one more. So put this over here, and that over here. And then they just go right in here. And you do kind of want them to go straight. I think I want this one up just a tad more. There we go. Okay. And there you have it. Isn't it cute? Oops. There you go. Did I forget to do anything? I don't think so. I think I got it all. So here's Best Dad Ever, King of the Grill. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Cute, cute, cute. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment. If you would like a catalog, I can also get that out to you if you do not already have a demonstrator. And all supplies except for the picnic basket framelits can be purchased through my online store at www.happystamp.stampinup.net. And thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.